One, if the tree is dead, it definitely needs to be removed. Or if the tree is in decline, it needs to be removed. Sometimes people choose to remove live trees. Maybe it's too close to their house or their foundation, or they want to open up their yard. They have too many trees in the yard. So I go on the guidance of what my customer requires, other than me telling them that it absolutely has to be removed because it's a danger or a threat. Once we get there, we usually use a bobcat to haul the wood away to bring it out to the street. So we have large plastic mats that we place that are about 10 feet by 5 feet for each mat. So we roll the bobcat over the mat as to not do any lawn damage. But we climb the tree, we piece it down with a rope. Every section we cut is roped down. The men then drag those branches to the street. Then once all the branches are gone, you start from the top of the tree and you start logging the tree down, usually in anywhere from 2 feet to 5 foot sections. And that is felled at the base of the tree. And that's when we bring in the bobcat, we pick up the wood, haul it to the street. So it's just, one step at a time, and the groundsmen, you usually have 4 groundsmen and then at least 1 or 2 people in the trees. Well, the tools, the climbers have saddles that they tie the rope into, so they have a rope to secure themselves, and then they have other ropes for climbing ropes to climb up through the tree. And then you also have lowering lines, so you have another rope which you tie to the branch you're cutting, and the end of that rope the groundsmen are holding onto. So once the branch is cut, then the groundsmen lower it down gently to the ground. Well, that we have safety equipment that's required, such as hard hats, eyeglasses, earmuffs to protect their hearing. They have a safety vest on. We provide gloves, we provide chaps when you go to cut up a tree on the ground. If a tree is dead, it's definitely a hazard. Sometimes trees can have large hollow cavities at the base of the tree, which means there's no support for the tree. You can also see if a tree is in decline and there's no way for us to save it, or if a tree is leaning over a structure that the homeowners feel uncomfortable with such a large tree hanging over their house or over their deck. Yes, so all the branches, we chip them up into the truck. We go to a green landfill, so we dump all our wood chips and all our wood, and they convert that into the mulch that you buy at Home Depot. So if it's in a very tight space and there's no landing zone that we can lower logs or branches, that's when we can bring in a crane. So we can use a crane to remove a tree starting from the top down, and it just booms every section that we cut out to the street next to the chipper. So that way we don't drop anything in the area that we're working in. Depending on every yard, if they don't like a tree gets too big, it's overcompensating their landscape, or flowering trees. If you take one tree down, you can open up your yard, have more flowering trees than a large crown tree.